Today on ELN Morning.
Forget clocking into work, how about clicking into work? Find out how some cash could be just a few clicks away.
While you may have had your eyes on the court this basketball season, some say the real entertainment was coming from the sidelines. We captured the season's more memorable celebrations.
Spring is in the air, or maybe it's spring cleaning. Find out how to deep clean your dorm room with some unconventional tips.
Good morning, Elon. Thanks for starting your day in Studio A. I'm Ashley McGattrick.
And I'm Paige Barroso, and we have some great stuff coming up today. I know I'm excited.
Me too. It is Women's History Month, or Her Story Month instead of history. We're going to hear the story of one amazing woman making history right here at Elon, and you could win some sweet prizes with some trivia later on, so stay tuned for that.
And we can't forget, March also brings us spring break, but spring break often brings daunting internship interviews. I know I'm waiting on them, but have no fear, communications career counselor Marianne Bergola is coming into the studio to show us how to dress the part.
I cannot wait, but before we get to any of that, we've got to catch up on what's happening around the globe right now. So Jasmine Turner is in the studio to give us a news update. Jasmine?
Thanks, Ashley. In Mongla, Bangladesh, 4 people have died after a roof collapsed at a cement factory, leaving close to 100 workers to be trapped. So far, roughly 40 survivors have been pulled from the rubble. The factory is run by a branch of the Bangladeshi Army. In the U.S., 2 police officers were shot earlier this morning outside of the Ferguson Police Department following protests. The officers were 32 and 41 years old. They were rushed to the hospital shortly after midnight. Both survived. Yesterday, the Ferguson Police Chief Thomas Jackson resigned following a Department of Justice investigation of the Ferguson Police Department. It's been under fire for months following the death of unarmed Michael Brown. And in some lighter news, right here at Elon University, officials are still celebrating the most successful day of university giving. More than 2,700 gifts and $700,000 were raised for Tuesday's Elon Day, for Elon's 126th birthday. Hashtag Elon Day became a national trending topic on Twitter. That's just some of the news you need to wake up with. Paige, back to you.
Thank you, Jasmine. So that is what's going on around the world, but here's what's going on around Elon this week. So if you want to take a little study break tonight, Twisted Measure will be performing in Arazu at 11 p.m. There'll be free food, and Twisted Measure will debut their new spring music, including covers of Bruno Mars' Uptown Funk and Shepherd's Geronimo. Elon's dance company spring concert Ready, Set, Go is being performed 4 times this weekend, and the theme of the show is movement and energy, and admissions is free with your Phoenix card.
That's right. And on Monday in McCrary Theater, Professor of Neurology Dr. Gregory Petsko presents a new approach on the treatment of Alzheimer's disease, which is in the rise of our aging population. And now that we've seen what's going on around campus this week, let's toss it over to Rajat Agrawal, who is going to tell us what's happening in sports this week. Good morning, Raj.
Good morning, Paige and Ashley. A ton this week going on in sports for the Phoenix. Let's take a look and get you caught up from the 2 games last night. First, the baseball team was in action last night. They redeemed themselves against Wake Forest. The Phoenix scored early and often, giving them a 10-3 victory. Now on to women's lacrosse. The Lady Laxers took on High Point at home yesterday. Check out this play by Stephanie Asher. She falls as she takes the shot and still scores, and she's just a freshman. Watch out for her. The team won 16-10. Now let's take a look at the next few days for the Phoenix. A ton of Phoenix are in action right here at home. Men's tennis will take on Winthrop Friday and George Washington on Sunday at the Jimmy Powell Tennis Center, while women's tennis play their first ever CAA match at 1 p.m. today against UNC Wilmington. Softball will also be on the road today as they travel to Charlotte tonight and to UNCG on Sunday. The women's track and field team will send runners to Coastal Carolina and to Fayetteville, Arkansas to close out the weekend. And really quick, before we leave, the men's basketball team wrapped up a great season on the court last weekend, but what you may not have noticed is what they're doing off the court. Take a look here at the Phoenix bench. They planned this out to perfection. A little Karate Kid action if we slow it down right here, get a slow-mo action, and then the Hunger Games salute. We can all do that. Who knew there were such movie aficionados on our men's basketball bench? What a better way to wrap up this week's sports update. Ashley and Paige, back to you.
Thanks, Raj. I love those celebrations, but we are 1 week away from the official start of spring, and I know that I've been enjoying the warm weather.
So we're going to go out to the dock to Perry Elidurani, where he's going to have our weather forecast for this week.
Good morning, Ashley and Paige. I hate to break you the bad news, but you might want to keep out those sweaters and jackets for at least another weekend. Temperatures this week, I know I enjoy the nice weather, but we're not in the clear yet. Today is looking to be sunny and 61, but tonight it's going to drop down to 40 degrees, and clouds are going to start moving in for the next couple of days. Expect rain and brisk 46-degree temperatures throughout the day Friday, at night, and Saturday. The rain will continue, so you might want to reschedule any cookout plans you have for Sunday, when you can expect sunny t-shirt weather. Temperatures are looking fairly consistent going into next week. Expect to see highs of 65 and nice sunny weather as well. So expect to start seeing very happy students and budding trees. We're bringing you today's weather. I'm Perry John. Back to you, Paige and Ashley.
Thanks, Perry. That's the weather I like to hear. But he's been keeping tabs on the weather, and Mackenzie Murray seems to have a lot of tabs open over in the social center.
And she is here to tell us what's trending online this morning. Good morning, Miss Mackenzie.
Good morning, Paige and Ashley, and welcome to the Social Center. Let's check out what's trending right now. So, for just 200 words and $125, you could be the owner of the Center Level Inn located right in Maine. See right here, it is this country-style inn that is 210 years old. The owner, who is pictured right here, is conducting a short essay contest where the winner gets to own and operate the inn. The only drawback is that if you do win the contest, you do have to maintain its old country bed and breakfast style. So put on your thinking caps and get to typing as to why you would want to own this country inn. Next up, there was a strange sighting on a golf course in Florida the other day. Check it out right here. This alligator, who is approximately 12 feet long, was spotted on a golf course right in Florida. The golfers were just completing their 18 holes and saw this huge alligator right in the middle of the course. How would you feel if that was roaming around your backyard? Lastly, let's meet Desiree Andrews. She is right here. And she is an 8th grader with Down syndrome who goes to school in Wisconsin. She's a cheerleader for their basketball team. And check out what happened here. This was very unexpected. One day she was being bullied while cheerleading, and the basketball players on the team called a timeout, went into the stands, and made the bully stop. From then on out, they walked her to class each day and even renamed the gym Dee's House. So Paige and Ashley, what do you guys think of this heartwarming story?
I love it.
Yeah,
Of course. I love it.
Who's not going to love stories like that?
More acts of kindness we need, so that's awesome.
Right.
Thank you, Mackenzie.
Now, before we take a quick break, it's Women's History Month, so we are going to have some trivia for you throughout the show. And all you have to do is tweet your answer at ELN Morning, and you could win some sweet prizes. Now, we'll start with National Women's History. So, who was the first woman to run for president? A, Hillary Clinton, B, Sarah Palin, or C, Victoria Woodhull, or D, Susan B. Anthony?
We'll tell you the answer right after the break, and Mackenzie Murray is going to have a winner from Twitter. So right now we're going to hear the story of an extraordinary woman right here at ELN. So let's take a look.
That I was being called to something special.
How you could be making money right from your laptop.
Welcome back. Now let's get right to that answer to the trivia question we asked you before. Mackenzie, what's going on?
Okay, so the answer to our question is Victoria Woodhull. She ran for Oval Office in 1872. I don't see that anyone has actually answered yet. So, oh wait, yes, someone did. Oh, Elon DU answered the question. It is your lucky day. You get to add this ELN morning hat to your wardrobe. Congratulations.
Just in time they got that answer. Well, March is Women's History Month, and it's dedicated to the contributions women have made throughout history. This celebration started in the U.S. in 1995, making this March its 20th celebration. Women's History Day just passed on March 8th, and the commemorative holiday is officially observed in 28 countries, but the U.S. is actually not one of them.
And now we're going to hear about one woman who is making history right here on ELN's campus. Our Kaylee Tracy sat down to hear her story of defying gender expectations in ministry.
I knew at a young age that I was being called to something special.
Growing up in Beirut, Lebanon as a Southern Baptist, University chaplain Jan Fuller says society would have never accepted a woman minister, something she aspired to be.
I understood that it was a girl's way in life, that you could be a smart person and ask the questions that you had in your mind, or that you could shut up and be faithful and put your brain away. So I struggled with that even at the age of 11.
It wasn't until Fuller came to the U.S. for college that she began to realize she could pursue her passion of ministry as a woman.
I met also a kind of progressive movement in gender, in religion and gender, that gave me the freedom to say, oh, I think this is what I want to do.
No longer agreeing with what her childhood Baptist religion was teaching, Fuller left the church.
They were really becoming less accepting of women in leadership roles, and I just knew that I couldn't survive there, and I didn't want to fight that battle.
She then became ordained as an Episcopalian priest in 2010.
That is a place that I have found great openness to women in pastoral leadership and parish ministry, women bishops.
And she hopes in the future gender roles will become non-existent.
If you have the gifts for pastoral ministry, or if you have the gifts for administration, or you have the gifts of being a teacher or a preacher, or that you are called to that role, not because of your gender, but because you have the skills and the heart to do what you have to do.
Kaylee Tracy, ELN Local News.
Thanks, Paige. If you're anything like me, you're probably on your computer a lot. Well, it's time to start cashing in on those clicks. The first place that you could turn to is YouTube. As little as 500 views on a video could earn you some extra cash. All you have to do is change your account onto the monetization tab. This will let YouTube know that if they want to use ads on your videos, you will gladly accept their money. YouTube pays you based on a combination of page views and how many people click on your ads on your video. Next, our generation is known for constantly being online, and we're also known for being opinionated. Well, that opinion could be worth a few bucks. Websites like Inbox Dollars will pay you 50 cents per completed survey. If you complete 5 surveys a day, you're looking at $75 a month. And one more way to make some dough from your dorm, prompting apps on social media. Lots of companies are looking for students to spread the word about their apps. A few tweets could put a few bucks in your pocket. That's all for this week's College Consumer. Back to you, Ashley.
Thank you, Alex. Now, it's time for our second trivia question of the show. Here's some North Carolina history for you. How many female governors has North Carolina had? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Now tweet those answers at ELN Morning, and you too could be rocking this ELN Morning baseball cap that you saw Mackenzie have. And then coming up after the break, we'll get the answer to the question, and we'll break down the most common fashion faux pas of internship wardrobes.
That's right, and spring isn't just time for internships and job applications, it's also time for spring cleaning. If you dread this, we have some life hacks for you that might make the job a little easier. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back. Now, the answer to that trivia question we asked you before, how many women governors have North Carolina had? Just one. Kind of sad. But check your Twitter to see if you're our winner, and we'll be sending a hat your way. But now we're going to move on to, we're going to do intern fashion faux pas. And to do that, we have Marian Bergola, our career counselor here. Now, These are things that you might not notice, but could make or break your internship interview.
In
this
any
month.
interview, it could make or
right.
break. And you always look nice. I always see you in the halls. You always look great.
Yes.
So what are so we have students come in here and show us what they did right or what they did wrong, correct?
That's right. So let's get Gary up here. What's up, Gary? Okay.
So Gary looks
right.
great, very polished.
Yeah, he looks good to me.
He looks good to me.
Okay.
The one thing that he missed was just kind of getting rid of what's going on right here. So you want to be
So you
have
need
your
a fresh
face.
shave.
Yes,
Okay.
and a fresh
You don't
shave.
need to fresh
I
shave.
don't
Gary needs to fresh
Gary might
shave.
need to though.
Okay.
does.
But the
Don't
rest
worry
of it
about
looks great. It's just this little bit here.
Okay, great.
All right, so it's an easy-
good colors
easy
and things to shave.
fix.
Okay, thank
Very
you,
short
Gary. Let's get
outfit.
Eric in here. What's up, Eric? Okay.
He's got this taken care of.
Okay,
so-
he's shaven.
shaved.
So,
There we go.
but
Very
I know
nice
he's not
outfit.
totally on point.
No, it's all this wrinkled stuff
Oh.
here.
You need an iron.
Yes, you want to make sure your shirt is very pressed and freshly ironed so it looks sharp and clean. for your
Ladies
interview.
and
So,
gentlemen.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, that goes for everyone. Actually, I don't think I can say that mine's freshly.
you were
The
sitting
colors
there,
are
so-
nice. The color's nice.
color's
Right.
nice, very
Okay, so
professional.
make sure you're ironed or make sure you're shaven if
Okay.
you're a fella.
Now what
And
about
let's-
ladies?
Ladies, let's get our lady on here. Ashley Bowley is here with us. Now,
All right.
this one looks pretty
A little
good to
tricky
me.
to me, yeah.
It looks really great. It's just actually something we don't often think about, but it's our jewelry. So with women, it's
Okay.
really our jewelry and making sure we don't have too many things that are going to make sounds or too many bangles.
Oh, because in a handshake you
Yes,
jingle.
Exactly. And
See,
when
you
you're
think
walking-
handshake? I said I talk with my hands so much. I'll be like,
Exactly.
yeah.
This whole show we are always talking about.
That's right.
For sure.
I'll be like a maraca or something.
Exactly, and that can be
Great.
distracting when you're doing your interview. So
Okay.
you want to pick jewelry that's going to be a little bit more subtle and not as loud.
Great.
All right.
So, great. We're going to freshly shave. We're going to
We're
iron
thinking
our
about
clothes.
it.
We're not going to wear loud jewelry. So,
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Now, cleaning up your wardrobe might be easier than cleaning your apartment, but our Justin Beagle found some unique ways to make your spring cleaning a little easier.
Hey guys, Justin Beagle here. You know I love sports, but one thing you might not know about me is that I'm kind of a neat freak. So today I'm going to teach you some of my favorite tips in order to get your dorm or apartment ready for the spring season. Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is clean that toilet bowl of yours. Now you're probably wondering, Justin, why are you in your kitchen? Well, the answer could be right here on your refrigerator. A 20-ounce bottle of Coca-Cola.
That's right, Coke. The acids in the soda help break down the bacteria that will have your loo looking like new. Just pour half a bottle into your toilet bowl, let it sit for an hour, and then flush. And if spring cleaning isn't enough to motivate you, then listen to this. According to the Department of Health, there are 400 times as many germs on your laptop keyboard than there are on that toilet we just cleaned. Traditional disinfecting wipes can damage your screen or your keyboard, so instead use a coffee filter and a cotton swab or a Q-tip. The coffee filter will help get those smudges out of your screen. As for the Q-tip, that'll help you reach in between those keys to get those late night snacking crumbs you had from last semester. Alright, so we've cleaned our toilet bowl, we've wiped down our laptop, the last thing we're gonna do is clean the dishes.
But not so fast. Most dorm dwellers don't have a dishwasher. Or if you're like me and your dishwasher's broken, you have to rely on your handy dandy sponge. Well, this thing that you're using to clean off all those dishes could be the dirtiest thing in your kitchen. To get that bacteria packing, put your dry sponge in the microwave for 2 minutes. Scientists at the University of Arizona conducted a study and found that 90% of sponge worms can be killed by simply putting it in the microwave for 2 minutes. Little hot, but hey, it's clean now. So there you have it. We've cleaned our toilet, we've wiped down our laptop, and we've cleaned our kitchen. Follow these few steps and you'll be ready for spring cleaning. For ELN Morning, I'm Justin Beagle.
All right, it is time for your last chance to win some ELN Morning swag. Now for some ELN women's history. ELN was previously Phoenix 14 and has been around since 2003. But in what year did the organization have its first female news director? Here's your choices. So you know the drill. Tweet us your answer to @ELN Morning, and Mackenzie Murray is going to get at you with some prizes.
And that question is much less searchable than the other one.
That's true. Not so Googleable.
And when we come back, we'll be joined by a couple of night owls in the studio. Find out who they are after the break.
Welcome back. Now for our final trivia answer. I actually know the answer to this one, but Mackenzie's going to fill in the rest of us.
Unfortunately, no one could get that one on Twitter, so it must have been pretty tricky, but the answer was 2011, and it was Laura Levitt, a 2012 graduate. So I guess I get to keep this hat for myself. So back to you guys over there.
Okay, so we have some special guests in the studio with us. Joey Gizzy and Stephen Lanham are first-year students who started their own ESTV show. Their show, ELN After Hours, is modeled after a late-night talk show, and they both produce and go on air. So thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
So why did you want to start this show? You're a freshman, it's the first semester.
Yeah.
What made you want to start this?
Well, in my senior year of high school, I was like obsessed with Jimmy Fallon.
Who isn't?
Yeah, exactly. So I just really I felt like ELN could use something like this, and I knew it was really easy to like start something up after like touring and stuff. And I met him. He's also, like, we found that we were both comm fellows.
Yep. Great.
So we were kind of like texting back and forth, and I knew he was like into videos
Spark
and stuff.
happened.
Yeah, so I told him the idea, and he was like totally down.
And how is it producing and being on air? I've seen some episodes, and you're the host, but I see you on air too. So how is it writing the whole show, producing the whole show, and then being on the show?
It's been a lot of work, but I mean, like right now we don't have as big of a crew as we want eventually, but it's been a lot of fun. We love being able to do everything like kind of our own thing and just kind of make it how we want.
Well, I know the episodes I've seen are amazing, and we wish you the best luck for the future.
Thank you.
And we're going to actually see a story now on you guys and ELN After Hours, so let's look at that.
Just stab it. Stab me with the pizza. Oh.
Then that's not.
Oh, okay. Oh.
It's like.
Wait, don't open it yet. Don't open it yet.
I've got a blank space baby.
I have cotton spits baby.
Oh, yeah. Steven, come on, man. Come on. After all we've been through, come on.
I guess the dress is pretty ugly, isn't it?
So are we good?
We're good.
All right, go
Have
give
a
it up
good
for
show,
Steven,
man. All right.
everybody.
Now, I couldn't stay away from all the fun. That looked too funny, but so we're going to play a game. Now, you guys brought this game, so you get the credit and the blame. Can you explain it quick?
I don't want to take too much credit. We kind of stole from Jimmy Fallon a little bit. But it was from our pilot
So how do we
episode.
play?
It's called Word Slide, and basically we all have cards in our hand, and we have to have a conversation while inserting these words as seamlessly and naturally as possible, and they're like random words.
Oh my.
Can we look at the
You
cards?
can look at them now, yeah.
Oh my God!
So,
What? Can we reshuffle these? Okay.
all right, I guess I'll start the
Okay.
conversation.
Okay.
How long have you guys been hosts for here at ELN? Morning.
I've been a host on television for a year, just this year for me.
Okay.
Right. It's all fun and games here at ELN Morning.
Oh, wow, okay.
I feel like we're not
stick on morning television.
We're not doing that naturally.
All right, do I go now? Yeah, it's been great coming here, being a first year and being a part of the ELN Phoenix. You know?
Okay.
You got the good words.
Yeah, I just really wish I could maybe be in a movie while we were here.
Yeah. I'm like trying to think of how to bring my other word in, and I
Be in a
just
movie,
physically
yeah.
cannot. My brain is just not working.
What's your other card?
Magnet?
Oh, you can't pass on that.
You guys!
Like, I'm sticking you like a magnet.
Random
Stick
way
with
to
you
say
like a
that.
magnet. Well, it's almost St. Patrick's Day,
Yes.
and you know what that means. Leprechauns.
Oh, true. I can't wait to meet the leprechaun. Yeah.
You
know, I'm gonna volunteer.
This is not a conversation.
This is volunteer.
I'm
You're
gonna volunteer
volunteer.
and I'll meet one. Yeah, or I can
You'll
be
be
a
the
leprechaun. Yeah, or I could be
Maybe
it.
on the next episode of After Hours, you could be the leprechaun.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'll write that down.
Santa, come down the chimney.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, did I do all my?
So you play a lot of games on the show, correct?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask questions now. I'm not good at this. But you do a lot of games on the show. Is that a fun aspect of it? I mean,
Yeah.
so what other games do you guys do?
Like whatever guests we have on the show, we try to play a game with them. We try to mix it
Have
up.
some fun.
Yeah, we try to
We're
incorporate
never
something
getting
they
invited
might
on
like
the
to
show
We would
ever.
not be on the show.
Yeah.
You would fail the game.
We try to like make the game like kind of pertain to what they're like from like the organization, like what they're really
Okay.
doing. So yeah. It's kind of worked out so far. Like we've eaten milkshakes together, and I've gotten makeup done by.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, so impressive. Freshmen doing your thing.
The show's going to be
You
so
guys are
great as the
Thank
years
you.
go by. Can't
Thanks.
wait to
Thank
see
you.
it.
That's right. Well, that's all we've got today. And you know what? It's almost time for class.
So thanks so much for starting your day with us, and we're here every Thursday at 9:50, and you can always find us on Twitter and Facebook and at ELN Morning, and have a great day, Elon.